Aha, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages. Right, it's my last full day of the day, unfortunately. We're going to see one of the grandkids play football, so we're going to get picked up about 10ish and proceed to do that. Aye, so the main reason I'm doing this video is to give you an update, but I'm going to try that again. I've had this twice now and it's not too bad. Just tastes like a ice pole, but it's stunning. God, that was really, really loud. Oh my god, that's so refreshing. The very first time I had it, I wasn't too keen on it, Michael keen on it, or Roy on it, but but Eddie Hill, my father thought that was so silly, but Eddie Hill, as I was going to say there, right, that when I first ever tried that, about maybe 2 months ago, it wasn't cold and I didn't really enjoy it. And then the next one I had, I put a chili inside it for a while and it gave it some oomph. But Eddie Hill, as I was going to say as well, so yesterday we went to see Marine FC versus South Shields, and Marine won 4-1. I had a beautiful sausage roll, and it was probably just a tiny little bit bigger than that can. But on TikTok and YouTube, I've got a video, no, a picture of it, putting it up to my face to show you the contrast to the size. What else? So we've been on lots of walks, went to Liverpool, Southport, surrounding areas. At the moment, right, just off camera that way there, my father's put in Vapo rub and foot care cream on his feet, because I'll have to start doing that soon actually, one of these days, because there's one or two of my toes that have hardly even got any toenails on them, and every time I try to cut every toenail individually, I always make two of them bleed. But anyhow, I should date while they're still alright, so they didn't get anywhere near as bad as his. For instance, his two big toes are completely rotten and yellow. But I definitely should just at least put some cream on it, or when I'm in the shower, just like concentrate on them more and clean them more thoroughly. Aye. Look at that bad boy. That was off a pheasant. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, another thing, we watched Crystal Palace versus... Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa yesterday, and I had Aston Villa to win, and on another line I had Aston Villa to what do you call it? Aye, for both teams to score, but none of the two things happened. Right, I'll just be back with you in a minute because I need to flip over my black pudding. That was an absolute shock, that Crystal Palace winning. I think it was 3-0, 3, I'm sure, but it was definitely more than 2, because that Sarr guy scored 2 and Eze scored 1. Right, anyhow, I only put Sarr to have 1 shot on goal, but he had 3 shots on goal and 2 of them were on target. Absolutely mental. If you just had Sarr to have 3 shots on goal and 2 shots on target, you would have got lots of money back. But every time two teams play each other and it's live, I always put every one of the forward players for both teams to have 1 or 2 shots, both teams to score, both teams to receive a card, no red cards, and then maybe, like for instance, Liverpool, oh, he could have had a hat-trick. Aye, so as I was saying, for instance, if it's Liverpool, I normally have Salah to score or assist, and then maybe like once or twice this season I've put Everton striker Beto to have a shot on target and 2 shots. Aye, so I jazz it up a tiny bit more than I used to, but oh, Sar's second goal was a mistake by number 4, the defender, more than a good goal, but unbelievable. If anyone in the world put Crystal Palace to win 3-0 and put a pound on it, you probably would have got back at least £50. Right, just be wait in a second. Right, so as I was saying, so uh, I've reviewed drinks, snacks, quite a lot of energy drinks actually, and I've had far too many recently. Far too many. I've had more energy drinks in the last 10 days than I've had in the last 3 months. But I can justify it. If you're going a long walk and it's more than 2 miles, then you can justify it because you need the energy and the sugar. Right. So I will give you another update later on about what I've been up to today, and there'll be some pictures. So tatty bye, you filthy animals.